2021 meeting to order. This time, Sheila Riley will lead in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, it's time to approve the agenda. Are there any additions or deletions at this time? Having none, I need a recommendation.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the agenda.
Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented? I make that motion. Do I have a second? All in favor? Aye. Now it's time for the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Madam President. First of all, I have a personnel performance matter for executive session. I'll ask the board to consider that at that time. At this time, we've got some students we would like to recognize. We have two groups of students, both of them from DeSoto Central High School. I would like to ask our district athletic director, Coach Anthony Stevens, to please come forward at this time for our first group.
Good afternoon. It's always good to recognize our students and teams when they do well. We've got a group that we're going to recognize as excellent, but not only did well this year, they've done well for a long time. For the last 4 years, they've won the district title and then tournament, county tournament. They've been state runner-up twice, and this year they ended up winning the overall state championship. And this time I want to bring up the coach that's along with the principal that's in charge of all this. She's also the 2020 volleyball, Claire Leach volleyball coach and Coach Black.
They worked so hard this year, and the year where it could have been super easy to chalk it up to COVID and just kind of give up on the season. They just went in with everything they had and ended the season really well. They only had one loss in the Mississippi team all year, and I'm really proud of everything that this group accomplished. So, Morgan Barksdale. Caleb Beal. Kendall Booker. Keegan Bradley. Mackenzie Brewer. Riley Cook. Lindsay Coward. Caitlin Day. Madison Fairley. Allie Grimes. Megan Harris. Maddie House. Bailey Rayburn. Casey Scruggs. Amani Silas. Jordan Simpkins. Gracie Tacker. Avery Wolf. Madison Young.
Great job.
DeSoto Central High School students recognized, as we've been recognized as National Merit Semifinalists. And as Mr. Cliff Johnston, principal, looking forward to introduce the National Merit Semifinalists.
Thank you, Mr. Osborne, and school board members. We appreciate y'all having us here today, not only to recognize our state championship volleyball team, but also our national merit semifinalists. We had 6 this year. Very proud of our students. They've worked very hard, and excited to recognize those students today. First, we have Hayden Adams. Elijah Crouch. Donovan Fly. Mary Hopper. Omar Jamil. And Sawyer Sterling. We also have 2 of their PSAT teachers here with us today, Coach Phyllis Hicks and Coach Matthew Morgan.
All right. Any of y'all come down here? Come on. Congratulations. Parents, if you were here from So Simple, if you'd like to go, not gonna hurt our feelings, you're welcome to stay. Have a good time. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right. Congratulations. This time I would like to ask Dr. Crystal Robinson, the principal of Horn Lake Intermediate School, to come forward. She will be introduced.
And our school board members, it is our pleasure to have the opportunity to be here today to spotlight our great school and our Eagle family at Horn Lake Intermediate. Great things are happening there because of great teachers like the one that I'm about to introduce to you. She bleeds maroon just like I do, and is the most valuable member of our school home. So I proudly introduce Ms. Abby McCool, 4th grade math and science teacher at Horn Lake Intermediate.
First school to bring fans.
Before I talk to you about my time in Horn Lake Intermediate School, I want to talk to you, well, first of all, I've been there for 14 years. And we've been through many principals, many teachers, and I want to share with you why I'm there, like my purpose for being there, and why I love my school so much. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I graduated from Horn Lake High School in 2002. When I was in high school, my mom, Wanda Gordon, she was a teacher at Horn Lake Intermediate School herself. But she was an assistant, she was an art teacher, she was a STEM assistant. Well, Mr. Freeze talked her into going back to get her degree. Well, at the time, I was graduating from Horn Lake, and she's like, well, let's just go to Ole Miss together. Okay, so we met, and for six long and easy years, because yes, it did take a few classes together, and she was my ride on the classes. After 6 years, we walked across the stage together, one after the other, and at that time that we graduated, Miss Vicky Bullock was the principal of Ole Miss. And her son was graduating at the same time at Ole Miss. We bumped into each other, she's like, oh my gosh, I have a job waiting for y'all at school whenever y'all are ready. So in 2007, we both started at Ole Miss Intermediate School, and we both just been there ever since. So, I want to share some things that I've learned over the years about my school that has taught me how to be a better person. The first thing I want to tell you all about is our compassion. I looked at that, and the definition that I found was if someone shows kindness, caring, and willingness to help others, they're showing compassion. When you have compassion, you are putting yourself in front of the sheep. Our school leads compassion. Our principals are compassionate. Mr. Russell, he always listens to the students when they need to talk. And I wish I had a better picture of him, that's black and white picture of him. Every time we see him talk to a kid in the hallway, he's down on one knee, talking to him like a dad. And like we had our Thanksgiving luncheon, and just our principals are always there to serve us, and they're always there if we need them. This little girl, she is a student in my classroom, right over here on the side. She's going to give me a 3 sign, and every morning when Dr. Robinson does our morning announcements, Dr. Robinson always says, give me 3, do the right thing, do the best you can, always show our eagles that you care. And so this little girl, she went and got her hair done like Dr. Robinson, and she calls herself, I'm Dr. Robinson's little mini me. And you never go down a hallway without seeing the principal in the hall. They're always present, always available to help out just whenever we need them. So I want to talk about Maslow's closet. It is like a little personal necessities closet, but I think it's a really beneficial thing that our counselors have created for us. A lot of times we have students that come in, maybe they don't have pants on and they just have on shorts. Or maybe they don't have socks on, or maybe they need to over it, or a toothbrush. We always have those things, we can fill out a form and the counselors will let us get those things posted. We have Eagle Ducks at our school. Anytime that students are caught doing something good, we can give them an Eagle Duck, and if they have a chance once a month to go to the Eagle store and get a little treat, or however much money they can spend on it. Our assistants work really, really hard every single day. Every day, like we have tables put out in the middle of the hallway. And in our planning times, we've gotten together and we've discussed our lower students. And those assistants pull those students out in the hallway, and they work with them one-on-one or in small groups to help them on things that they need to help grow as a student. Our lovely cleaning ladies, they are not just part of our school as everybody else is. They're there every single day, keeping our doorknobs clean, our halls clean, our rooms clean. They are just wonderful. And they teach the kids, they talk to the kids about hygiene and how to keep themselves clean and, the paper manners. So we love them. Our office staff, Ms. Partee and Ms. Holiday, they keep everything running like a well-oiled machine in the background. Officer Clark, she is the most wonderful officer I think that we've ever had. She walks the hall, she checks our doors, makes sure our doors stay locked. And I at least see her about twice a week pulling somebody over in front of the school. One thing I'm going to share with y'all is our CDC classroom. This is a classroom that all parents in the county can bring their very disabled child to our school. We just built a playground, as you'll see in the picture in the corner. In about 2 years, we got funding for that really nice playground. It's just for them. Right, about a month or two ago, we had a student pass away. We had a third grade student, Keyshawn Collins. And the way that our school really shows compassion is we brought the family in, we brought friends, the community came in, and the whole third grade went out to the field. They did a balloon release, they blew bubbles in his memory, and just had a really fun time honoring Keyshawn. I don't know if y'all have heard about virtual snow days in other schools, but we also do them in our school. Wear pajamas, drink hot chocolate, and what I really loved about virtual snow day was us learning what the kids can do and what they can't do on the devices if we were to all be quarantined and have to go home. So that was a very good learning experience for us as teachers to see some changes that we need to make in our planning time to suit those kids at home. So to wrap up that part of my PowerPoint, how is HLIS a compassionate living school? Well, everything we do speaks loving kindness for others. We love and care for our students, their families, and each other. We are one big giant family, and we're always there for each other. All right, my favorite part of this presentation that I want to talk to you about is being a leader. I don't know if y'all are, if you are familiar with the Being a Leader program, but last year when Ms. Carol Smith was our principal, she brought in the Being a Leader program, and her doing that has taught me how to be a better person and a better leader at my school. So I found this quote and I really love it. So a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And I've always thought I was a leader, but then I realized that just being bossy and being a leader are two different things. So I've changed my mindset a few times, and I want y'all to, I'm sorry, talk about bringing in the lighthouse team. Okay, so she chose me to be the social environment coordinator, which means it was my job to help decorate our school. And y'all all know how big our school is, right? Okay. Well, in the past, we've never been able to just paint, like put color upon the walls. And I guess we were always just afraid to. Well, when we were meeting once a month with our lighthouse team, we were gung-ho about to start cleaning, and then COVID-19 hit, and we all had to go home. Well, I got sick of quarantining. I got tired of sitting at home and doing nothing. And when we realized that Dr. Robinson was going to be our principal, I decided to go to the school, which is like my second home, and go talk with her. So I introduced myself and I told her my plan for our school for this year. I didn't know what the plan really was, because I didn't know if we were coming back in March, but we did. And so I was thinking about the 7 habits. And those are the 7 habits of leader in me. So I was trying to be proactive by getting my team together of teachers who I knew were going to help the campus school too. And we began with the end in mind. We drew up a little, like phase 1, this is what we want this part to look like, and this is what we want this part to look like. And we took it to Dr. Robinson, and she loved it. So this is what this will look like for years and years and years. And then we started on our first master key. And so each flower has a habit, and it's called 7 Habits of Happy Kids. And these are the things that we teach the kids on how to be a leader, like a leader for yourself, and a leader for your family, a leader for your friends. And now every time that they walk by, I just see people smile. We smile more. It's because there's more color. So while we were painting, other teachers were coming in during the summer trying to ask, when are you ready? And I was like, y'all don't come out. They're like, stay up the spot. So I just took a permanent marker, I drew some letters on the wall, and I said, okay, it's ready whenever you want to do it. And me being able to release that type of, here, you do it, has always been really hard for me, because I've always been the type of person, here, I'll just do it. I don't trust you, I'll just let me do it myself. But because of the leader in me at our school, I was thinking, you know what? I'm not alone, I have a team, if they say they can do it, let me trust these people, and I did. And you can see the smile on their face, and now every time I walk past all of our artwork that we've done in the commons area, I smile and I think about everything that we did over the summer and how much fun it was working together with people. Oh, and who's got to see me?
I see that, I've heard about them.
That, the minions, that's Mr. Dolly's office. So I figured I'd make him happy at our school. So, me from personal experience, how am I a better leader? I've learned that it's better to work together than to do it all alone. I can share my ideas, listen to other people's ideas. We can put our ideas together and come up with something new. I've learned to see the positive in situations and be positive because I learned how to change my mindset. And I learned that if I see what I want to accomplish in the end and make a plan for it, then anything really is possible. In the last part of my presentation today, I want to talk to you about our teaching, our planning that we've been doing this year after COVID-19 started. All right, Schoology training. I personally love Schoology. But there are a lot of teachers who love it, and we are all learning something new every single day with it. When Dr. Robinson first told us we were doing Schoology, she said, okay, teachers, y'all need to make personal videos. If your kids are not going to be here with you, you need to be there with them. Don't just do a YouTube video. Your kids need to feel like you love them and you care about them. And, I'm not going to lie, there's some schools that don't have personal videos. And at the beginning, some of us griped and complained, but looking through it and thinking about all my parents' comments. When my parents call me, we're sending a message saying, cool, thank you so much for your video. I sit with my child, we love watching your videos for, whatever math lesson I was teaching. And also, the teachers, we've gotten creative. We've gotten together to create videos for the kids. Because, why not? We have to entertain them. So if you don't mind, I would like to share with you a 2-minute video of one thing that we did. Would that be okay?
Great.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm a math teacher, so the reading teachers decided to teach about plays and theater and everything. So I said, well, how can I help? Because I like to do this kind of stuff. So I was the narrator, and these are reading teachers teaching about the play.
Where is My Money by Silas Johnson? The cast characters are Wilbur, played by Will Packard.
Cool, not great, I'll show them.
Roy, played by Brownlee. Lynn, played by Gray. Amanda, played by two workers, Wilbur and Roy, shovel dirt and peel Wilbur. Oil lamp, light dark chamber, which includes their money, tunes, Nathan, and
Pause. This stage direction is meant to help the actors set the scene.
Wilbur shivering.
Pause. This is meant to help the actors show people how they're feeling.
The cover of the tune speaks anything. A rat can reach it. He sees the skin and starts shaking.
And now I see something that I really don't want to see.
The money climbs out the tune, moans and walks toward Wilbur and Roy scream, and the money starts laughing. Hey, I bet that last anywhere. What, you wear?
Got a pretty good costume, don't you think?
Not bad, but what did you do with the real mummy? What mummy? There's nobody in there. Just then, a mummy walked slowly toward them from the shadow. Silver voice said, "Cream, turn, and black."
Okay, so through my VR spot, that Tina Streeter has so graciously showed us video after video on how to do things. We make videos almost daily. I do science and math, my other friends, they do reading and writing ones. We even made a rap video, but I know we don't have time to watch that video on the main ideas, important details. And, so these are just little snips that I took of some of our videos. The next thing I want to talk to y'all about is our meetings. We have data-driven meetings once a week, sometimes twice a week, depending on the information we need to cover. And because of those meetings, we are able to know what we need to do with our small groups, with our students. This middle picture down here, I believe is this was from last year, like right before we had a big quarantine. That's why she doesn't have her mask on. But all the other pictures is from this year. We do a lot of meetings. This is a picture where we were running house facility, I think, at the beginning of the year. Facility training. And also, Miss Chrissy Bennett. She is a gem at our school because it's my first time teaching fourth grade math. The whole other 13 years of it, more like I was doing third grade math for reading. And so learning how to do fourth grade math, especially to do it online, it hasn't been completely easy. So Miss Bennett, like anytime we have our planning meetings, if we don't understand the standards or skills, she's going to show us, and you'll see on this picture, the teachers at our planning meeting, we are doing it as if we're the kids, learning how to model it, the math skills, so that we can know what they're going to have trouble with or misconceptions. Okay, this is my last part. I found this quote, and it says, "To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream, not only plan, but also believe." So, another year when Ms. Rosie King was our principal, she said something that stuck with me that I still think about today. And her quote was, "When you know your why, you know your way." So, all this that I've talked to you about is my why, for why I love Columbia Community School, and why I cherish it so much in my heart. And finding a way to reach the students and work with them and make an environment where they can come every day and feel loved and safe is why I do what I do. So I just want to tell you that all of our students, they deserve the very best, no matter who they are or where they come from. And I say, if you have the means and the talent to help make dreams come true, then we are going to do it with all of our heart, and we're going to do it with equal pride. Thank you so much for having me.
Great presentation, and glad to see the team member here today, also from our Eagles, and y'all keep up the great work on Lincoln Middle School. God Robinson, we appreciate your leadership there also.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, you and your teachers did a fabulous job, and look forward to seeing all y'all accomplish. And y'all are welcome to stay too, but if you'd like to go, now'll be a good time to do that. So, it's up to y'all. Oh, thank y'all.
Thanks, y'all so much.
Thank y'all. That concludes my superintendent's report.
They'll be cool. Okay, at this time, it's time for the attorney's report.
Merry Christmas. I have a very good report.
We were waiting for that. Okay, now on the agenda is the approval of minutes from November 19th, 2020 board meeting. We need a motion and a second to approve them. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Now is the consent agenda. On the consent agenda, we have items A through P. Are there any changes that need to be made to the consent agenda? I see none, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the consent agenda.
Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So,
Do I have a second?
second.
All in favor? Aye. Now is new business. Item A is statement of revenue and expenditures, October 2020.
Good afternoon. Okay, our general fund balance, general fund revenues for, through October of this year is $65,569,347. That's about 25% of our budgeted revenue. We're only down 1%, which is actually less than $9 million. It's $66,033,418 from last year. All revenues received are at $75,288,110 compared to last year at $80,501,067. We're down 7%, but the majority of that is we did not receive school recognition this year as early as we did last year, which is about $2.5 million. And also federal funds requests, or just, those are just random, it's in here for the county. So there's nothing, back there at all. General fund expenditures for October are down 4%. That slight decrease is due to with the timing of our purchases such as technology and maintenance projects and certificate of participation expenditures, one thing on the roofs and other things. There's other expenditures we're not incurring in this year, so kind of the burden a little bit as we're doing certain things. So great report for them.
With Ms. Gray's explanation, do you have recommendation and something?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the statement of revenue and expenditure for October 2020.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion? I make that motion, do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Item B is statement of cash flow, October 2020.
Our district maintenance cash balance is at $9,228,261. Of that, our investment balance is at $28,154,765. Our overall cash balances were at $126,381,432, and our district maintenance balance is about 64% of all of our.
With Ms. Gray's explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the statement of cash flow for October 2020.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve? I make that motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Item C is combined balance sheet, October 2020.
The fund balance for all of our general funds through October is $100,840,607, which is about 68% of all of our funds. All funds balance is at $148,069. Last year, we were at $90,634,732. We're up 11%. Just same as we were for last month. And a good chunk of that is when we don't have so much debt service, the district maintenance is having to go over to debt service. Among other things, your roads and, but it's a good combination. Not just the other.
You can figure this here. Thank you. With Mrs. Gray's explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the combined balance sheet for October 2020.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the combined balance sheet of October 2020? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. And item D is certification of bank reconciliation.
All bank statement comes reconciled.
Based on Mrs. Gray's explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the certification of bank reconciliation.
With Ms. Russellson's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the certification of bank reconciliation?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
The effect for COVID for us has, actually not been as negative as we thought it would be. And also we have not requested anything yet from the active district or, giving them a request. But in some ways, we've had no utilities, we've had enough things that we kind of purchased, even though we have added additional personnel. But I will say that overall, it's not been a super negative effect on the district. We've been very careful, with, what we can do. We're gonna see some, of course, some increased expenditures, due to some technology that we purchased, but in the long run, that's gonna help our next year budget for next year, because we'll be buying fewer devices. Plus, we've got over 30 million devices for, 30,000, devices for, around $5 million. So, we have seen some increased expenditures, but, in other areas, we did not. So, we've surprisingly held it very well.
One thing that we've been discussing too, is we're getting the benefit of the technology, but at the same time, it's great and we're working together on looking at costs in future years. We're not just talking about this year, but 2 years from now, 3 years from now, when we're replacing the devices, because we're going to have to start budgeting now, so we're ready to make those moves in the future. Start as early as spring, as we get back to work.
It will be a long run.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Graves.
Thank you. Item E is revised board policy, ABD, media access to school campuses, staff and students with passing.
Yes, ma'am. This revision is being requested due to the restructuring of district communications. Permissions for media access will now be granted through the superintendent or his or her designee.
Mrs. Haslund's explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy, KBB, media access to school campuses, staff, and students.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the revised board policy, KBB? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item F is revised board policy, KM, visitors to school.
Yes, ma'am. This is the same request. This revision is being requested due to the restructuring of district communications. Permissions for media access will now be granted through the superintendent or his or her designee.
With Mrs. Haslund's explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board approve the revised board policy, KM, visitors to school.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the revised board policy, KM?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item G is personnel, Mr. Alexander.
Yes, ma'am. The personnel packet for this afternoon is pages 1 through 3 are recommendations. Pages 4 and 5 are personnel changes. Page 6 is provisional memo for the teachers that have not yet awarded their licensure. Page 7 is a memo from the principal at CTC West. It's a donation that's been made by the Society of Information Management of Memphis. And this employee will, this teacher there will host a virtual technology camp for the DeSoto County schools to receive that stipend from the donation. She will be paid $27 an hour for up to 40 hours total. That would be over the Christmas holiday. Page 8 is a memo for myself. This is requesting the working conditions and physical efforts on all DeSoto County Schools job description be changed from using a video display terminal to the following: uses a variety of technology devices. So this is just a verbiage, kind of an update. We're going to update the verbiage we're using. Page 9 is request for additional pay for Ms. Ingram, on an employee like no school that is working an active scooter beginning 12/4/20 and can run through 6/30/21 and be paid at $27 per hour. Page 10 is the accreditation and advanced academic workflow chart. Page 11 is the gifted education flow chart. Page 12 is the student interventions program flow chart. Page 13 is the professional development and student support flow chart. Pages 14 through 16 are the dual credit clerk job description. The change there is now reports to Assistant Superintendent of Accreditation Advanced Academics, no longer the Director of Mental Health. Pages 17 through 19, the vocational counselor job description, and the change there is now reports to the Principal and Assistant Superintendent of Accreditation and Advanced Academics, and Director of Mental Health. Page 20 through 22 is the regular education job description for DeSoto County Schools. We've added the following: need to instruct assigned classes at the assigned school and at times designated by the principal. Employ a variety of instructional techniques and instructional media consistent with the physical limitations of the location provided and the needs of the students. Identify and actively monitor student growth and refer students when deemed necessary for additional support. Plan and supervise purposeful assignments for teacher aides and volunteers, and cooperative work with department heads. Pages 23 through 25 is the Title I lead teacher job description, and it is the same added that I just went over from the previous one. Page 26 through 28 is the physical education teacher job description with the same additions. Pages 29 through 30 is the vocational career and technical teacher job description with the same additions. Pages 31 through 33 is the special education teacher job description with the same additions. And page 34 is a memo for myself to add additional teacher unit at Lewisburg High School for the remainder of, starting January 4th, 2021. It will be on the 187-day pay scale and be paid with district funds.
With this relative explanation of personnel, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve personnel as presented.
Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve personnel? Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Thank you, Ms. Usleton. And item H is additional school recognition, district funds, and
Yes, ma'am. Each year we run a computer query to assist in identifying employees who would qualify for school recognition. This year we ran the query, had set to the FY 18-19, so it goes 2 years back. We run rosters for all the three. Unfortunately, 4 employees have changed from teachers to assistant with teachers mid-year, and then the speech pathology that transferred mid-year from ineligible school to eligible school, and they did not populate the list that was generated. That being said, I have 5 employees that qualify for school recognition pay that did not receive payment. My request is that the board grant permission for the district to pay for the aforementioned employees for the school recognition that they are.
with Mr. Williams' explanation, do you have a recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the additional school recognition money from district funds.
With Mr. Usleton's recommendation, do I have a motion to approve the additional school recognition?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And now is the time in our meeting where we have time for public comments. If you will be commenting on your student's teacher, or your student's grades, will need to be heard in executive session. Does anyone fall into those categories? Do we have anyone who would like to make public comment? Seeing none, We have a request to appear in executive session, Mr. Brown. We will see you in just a few minutes in executive session. Now I need a motion for consideration of closed session to determine whether the board should enter executive session for the following matter. For the personnel performance matter. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Tate will come back and inform you whether we stay in executive session. The next scheduled board meeting is Thursday, January 7th, 2021 at 3 o'clock. Thank you.